Bonjour tout le monde, comment allez-vous? J'espère que vous allez bien. Hello everybody, how are you doing? I hope that you're doing well. It's going to be a very interesting week and interesting 6 weeks if you're able to continue the entire course. This first week we're offering it free so that students can have a look and an idea of what is going on with this course and then make a decision whether they want to continue or not. So we're going to have a number of students maybe that will just look at through this first week. That will depend. This is everybody is free to decide on their own. So what are we going to look at on this first week? You probably already know this. If you've seen some of our YouTube videos, it's going to be mainly on pronunciation, working especially with the vowels, since the vowels are emphasized in the French language as opposed to the consonants, which is really the opposite in the English language. That makes it interesting because, as you may know, there are many cognates in English coming from French, over 1,700 words. But they're pronounced very differently and they don't always mean the same thing. And you have the word parent, parent, for example, which is an obvious one. And many others, for example, that end also with an ENT, département, department. So you will find many of those. It's very useful to understand the pronunciation of the vowels. So we have simple vowels, A, E, I, O, U, and then we have nasal vowels that we'll talk about, and we have the diphthongs, which are, you will find a number of assignments more towards the end of the week, logically speaking, concerning pronunciation using VoiceThread. These assignments are in the assignment pages of Canvas, and so when you do those, I'll be able to comment, usually with audio, on your pronunciation for each student. So that would be a great advantage for you. So if you look at the content, you can read it. It's on another page. Following this video, you will see how the course goes about. The Canvas is very simple. There's not much that you need to know about it except follow the instructions. Go through the week mostly in chronological order. The order of the course is done in a way that you will practice and study, and then the assignments come at the end. There's no graded assignment usually for speech. Graded assignments are going to come more for vocabulary, certain grammar questions, and maybe some conjugation of verbs. So you don't really need to be concerned about that so much. We're doing some grading throughout the course because at the end of the second Beginners 2 course, the 3 other hours that follow, I'm going to deliver a certificate. So because of that, I'm feeling that I need to do some quizzes and some checking on the level of the French. But that's not the most important part. The most important part is the practice. Like I always say, you practice the language, and that's where you're going to see progress by speaking, by listening. And of course, you're not limited to what you have in this course. I always encourage students, if they can, to watch shows. Usually it is a good practice to watch shows in French and have the English subtitles. You can also do the opposite. The practice is a different type, but of course both are valid. So it's really very useful for you if you can do that, and also if you can be part of a group where there are French speakers, and that would be also, of course, very valuable to you. At the end of this week of Module 1, there is a Zoom time. It's about 35 minutes. We can't really exceed 40 minutes with Zoom. It's very simple because all you have to do is at the right time enter the Zoom discussion. Hopefully you can do that with the video that you will have on your computer. It's directly, you will be connected and we'll be able to see each other. You don't have to do the Zoom, but it's helpful for students that might have questions and may have to discuss certain things. So I hope everything goes well, and we'll be in touch during this course.